That is a bit bizarre, isn't it?
Oh, well, that was a tough stage today. Stage 2, 3 bridges. What made it tough? The wind made it tough. It was a hell of a windy stage today. I had my father-in-law Rod pretty much sat in front of me for most of the ride. The clips that you'll see after this don't really do justice to the fact that I was pretty much just staring at his backside for the best part of the 4 3/4 hours that we were out riding today. So 113 kilometers and just, what was it, 900 and something meters of climbing. But the wind was a significant problem today. So if you look at this shot here, you'll see that it was either pretty much headwind or crosswind for most of it. The headwind was about 30 kilometers an hour. And yeah, so we went over the 3 bridges. We went over the Avonmouth Bridge, and then we went over the Severn Bridge, and it was so windy on the Severn Bridge that they'd actually closed some of it. On the north side, you couldn't drive basically from Wales back into England because it was too windy. There was a sportive going along there as well, and they were all kind of struggling to keep their bikes upright, and we were too. Super windy. A real joy was having Dave Smith come out and meet us out there. Dave's going through some treatment for cancer at the minute. He's a really lovely man, a really, really good mate of mine, and I've known him for, I guess, 4 or 5 years now. We went to a training camp in Mallorca a few years ago, and he's just one of life's lovely blokes, and he pulled into a lay-by and topped up our water bottles, and we had a chat for 10 minutes, and it was fantastic. So once we'd done that, what bridges were those? Avonmouth, and then Severn Bridge, and then we came back into Bristol, went past all the super expensive houses in an area called Sneyd Park, heading up to Clifton, back over the suspension bridge, back onto the flatlands, and then back home. Hell of a day. Here's the footage from today's ride. So choosing the right clothing was a problem today. I really didn't know what to do. They were predicting lots of rain, and it was supposed to be a little bit windy, but what we got was no rain and lots of wind. So I think I chose my clothes wisely. I wore this Castelli something jacket, which is kind of like a thick jersey made out of the Gabon material, which was spot on. Tomorrow, same distance tomorrow, 113 kilometers, but much flatter. It's only about 550 meters of climbing tomorrow. I have another really good friend of mine called Andy Gill riding with me tomorrow. He's riding several stages with me, as is my father-in-law Rod, who was in today's ride, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be a bit decent weather, but whatever happens, I think just the fact it's flatter will help. Andy's a super experienced rider as well, really strong. So if it is windy, he'll be working on the front for most of it. We've just gone over 8 grand for the total, and so I've bumped up the target to 10,000. It seems like the most sensible thing. It was always the original target anyway, so we've hit the 10 grand we've hit the £8,000 target. We're gonna now bump it up to 10 grand. So let's see if we can hit that. I had sort of color-coded the stages for this in my mind. Well, actually, I did it on a spreadsheet. I do everything on a spreadsheet, but the first 2 days were kind of amber, the next 2 days are green. So fingers crossed they'll be a little bit easier than the first 2 days. It kind of mirrors the Tour de France to some extent. What an absolutely incredible win by Mathieu van der Poel today. I don't think I was putting out as much power as he was today, but nonetheless, they were only 20 minutes quicker than we were over our ride. So it is interesting to see that the 2/3 distance, which is what I'm riding, sort of marries up with kind of the time that they're out on the bike. So it'd be interesting to track that. I wasn't thinking about adding that metric in, but I will keep an eye on that and see what my overall time is for all these rides, and see where I might have placed in the Tour if I was a pro and I was riding full distance. Anyway, that's today's video. I'm rambling now because all I want to do is eat all the food and have a shower and get this video made. I will see you for stage 3 tomorrow.